The War of 1812, America's second war of independence, was going terribly for the United States.
We were so weak, we've got just the worst generals, we got no plan.
The British, the world's premier economic and military power, thirsted for a second shot at destroying America after losing the Revolutionary War 23 years earlier. The most perilous and bleak time for the United States? The invasion and burning of Washington, including the White House. But here at the Hermitage, Major General Andrew Jackson was seething, and his country was losing this war badly. America needed a leader. Without a standing army, for President Madison, America's utter future hung in the balance. He found his leader in Jackson. His greatest challenge? Stopping the British forces from taking New Orleans.
If you lost New Orleans, and if the British controlled the great city, you lose the entire Mississippi River, and you lose all of our western frontier that we acquired through the purchase, so we wouldn't have been able to do westward expansion.
The plan? Build a wall, dig a canal, fill it with water, and wait for a British charge. This berm, this protection, this wall was built in a matter of weeks, miles long, to protect Andrew Jackson and the American troops. Over there were thousands of British troops. What they wanted, that was New Orleans. What's at stake? The future of the country.
His mishmash of troops that comes in, part Choctaw Indians, Kentucky and Tennessee militia, Beals rifles, and free men of color, they're not going to go out and engage the British. Jackson knows that would be suicidal.
Any expert would tell you Jackson's ragtag army would need a miracle to stop the British from spending Christmas on Bourbon Street, and Jackson knew just where to go to ask for it. Why would I be outside a convent when I'm trying to tell the Battle of New Orleans? Because this isn't just any convent. This is the home of the Ursuline nuns. It dates back hundreds of years. They prayed for Jackson's success. And among the people who think that these nuns brought him a miraculous victory, Major General Andrew Jackson himself.
It's the miracle. It's praying for a miracle, the Catholic Church and the Battle of New Orleans. I mean, that is where we know that there was divine intervention.
And that divine intervention would reveal itself in the final fight, January 8th, 1815.
This becomes a bloodbath here. The corpses, well, now we're just looking at green grass. It was the beginning of the end of Britain, and in many ways the birth of modern America.
Jackson's forceful leadership would help record one of the most decisive and stunning upset victories in military history. When Andrew Jackson left this estate before the War of 1812, he was known locally. When he was done winning the Battle of New Orleans, he became a national star, maybe the most famous person in America. But more importantly, his win sent a message to the rest of the world that we would fight relentlessly and furiously for freedom. As for Jackson, he would ride that fame to 2 terms in the White House and go down as one of the most consequential and influential Americans in our history.